Okay, so hello everyone, let's talk about C++ tools out there. So my name is Thamara, and I'm a lead software engineer at Cadence. I'm also a very impatient person, which does not go so well with being the developer of core components inside of a big code base. Every time I have to do some change, this often leads to big compilation time, and I hate being idle waiting for things to happen. So I could only wish there are some sort of tool that will allow me to do some tests and even maybe benchmark possible solutions before I have to actually do that in the code I'm working on. Because like for me, there are many tools out there that does serve this purpose, and I want to share some of those that I've been using. Hopefully those will be useful for you too. So to start things off, I want to mention C++ Shell, which is like the bare bones of the tools that I'm going to mention today. It has very limited support in terms of the languages and warnings and optimization levels, but it gets the job done. So it's a nice tool that usually you can use. The next one I want to mention is OnlineGDB. And just like the one before, it's an online compiler. This time it does accept up to C++ 17. And the very nice thing that it does have as a feature is that it allows you to attach GDB to your application. So the code that you are running there, you can attach GDB. And this might be especially handy if you are starting with GDB and C++ and still trying to get the things out of GDB and how it works, because there is a very nice user interface that allows you to see the variables and see everything related to GDB itself. Now, if you are planning or if you are trying to benchmark possible solutions just to see what might be the best way of doing something, maybe Quickbench will help you. Quickbench does support different compilers as well as different versions of the language and gives you this nice chart that shows the execution time for the code that you are sampling. If Quickbench didn't make it, maybe Perfectbench will. So Perfectbench, just like the one before, it's a tool that will allow you it will allow you to benchmark the code. And the nice thing here is that not only it's benchmarking a given scope, but allows you to do instrumentation of different parts inside that scope, and you get the full picture. And also a cool chart here too. This next one is the Beautybench. It's pretty similar to Quickbench, but the idea here is to benchmark not the runtime of the code, but the compilation time. I haven't really used it that much, this tool, but I thought it was worth to mention here because I think the idea here is very useful, and maybe this could be something that will help me in terms of my patience when waiting for compiling the program to compile. The next one I want to mention is C++ Insights. And the idea here is to make things visible that usually and intentionally are not visible. So when you do a Lambda, how does the compiler actually see that Lambda? And many other constructions. This will show you what the compiler will actually see. And then it can help you understand really what the compiler will do with the code and really understand better the language as a whole. And I cannot be in CppCon and not mention Compiler Explorer, of course. This is one of the tools that is in almost every presentation. People really like it because not only it's compiling the code, but I think this gets on the side because the real intent here is to show you the assembly code and allow you to really understand deeply what's the code doing and maybe think of optimization strategies that will be useful for you to improve the code. The CPP Insights and Compiler Explorer, there are many talks out there, and you can search for that. And for sure, they will be talking better than I am now about those tools, so you can check that out. That was it. Thank you a lot for watching. Those are my handles. And if you have any other tips that might help me, either with another tool or just some general tip that might make me more patient, feel free to contact me. Usually I'm around the network tables on the couch. So come say hi. Thank you.